statement and question?
Well, I thought that the game, the difference was the game was our turnovers. I thought in the first half our defense was extremely good. We held them to 27, and if I'm not mistaken, and you guys probably have it in front of you somewhere, but I think 16 points was off our turnovers. So 16 out of their 27 was off not being strong enough with the ball, and obviously give credit to Rhode Island, but you got to be stronger with the ball, and I think that continued. 21 turnovers is way, way, way too many, and that just put us in a deficit. We had some opportunities that were a little bit better. We were better defensively, and we scored a little bit off our defense, which was better than in the past. So that was a positive. But you know, we're disappointed that we fell short. Our kids fought hard. We just didn't make enough plays to get over the hump or get to the gate or get to the finish line like we needed to. And so, tough loss for us. Anybody got a question?
Did you feel like in that first half, as the turnovers aside, when you were working the offense, that was about as efficient as you guys had been offensively?
Efficient?
Just, I mean, that's a good defensive team.
Yeah.
You had been, and you guys were shooting upward of 60% and getting good shots when you were holding on to the ball.
Yeah, I think so. I think that we were pretty good from that standpoint. So I don't have any great in depth on it, but yeah, I thought we paid some more attention to the detail. You know, everything's a domino effect, and you know it's a little bit like football. And I don't know anything about football, but I mean, if the running back, if it's a play action, then the quarterback really needs to sell the play action. The guy who's coming through, the halfback coming through, he's got to really sell the line. So even though the halfback knows he's not getting the ball, you know, or the quarterback knows that he's not handing off, are they going to sell it? Are they going to do it? Because there's a domino effect to opening things up there. And that's the same thing in basketball. It's not that necessarily it's a fake, but if you aren't a threat, you know, if you don't roll as a threat, or if you don't duck in as a post guy as a threat, or if you don't dribble off as a threat, you will fall into good opportunities. But if you kind of go just from one action to the next action and really not play out your again, maybe it's a little bit like football in terms of the quarterback. You know, this is our first look, this is our second look, this is our third look. In fact, it's exactly like that. But everyone has to be a threat. It opens it up. Because if the first guy's not a threat, then likely the second guy is not going to be open a lot of times. And so I thought we did a better job of that.
Among the turnovers, were most of them forced due to their pressure? Is that kind of what you saw? Or some unforced?
Yeah, I think there's a combination of both. I think there's a combination of both.
It seemed like today might have been one of DeVel's best games. It seemed like offensively he was sort of playing within himself in terms of being aggressive and passing it off. And then defensively, I think he came up with a couple plays for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, DeVel, we want DeVel to be more offensive minded. We're working on that before and after and during practice with him. He's a good passer, but he's losing some opportunities because he's not aggressive enough as a scorer, and then he'll fall into some good shots. If you're always looking for just one thing, then that window closes pretty quick.
So what did you tell the kids? Attention to detail or finishing the plays? What was your message to the players?
I mean, after the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I told them that they did a lot of good things. I thought they really fought hard. You know, but when you go 15 rounds or whatever it is, you want to come out winning, and there's still things that you gotta, you know, you can't, you know, if you turn the ball over 21 times, that's 21 possessions. You can't score. I mean, it's impossible to score when you turn the ball over. If you take a bad shot, that's not good, but at least it might go in once. I mean, we're not encouraging bad shots, but if you turn it over, that's zero interest on your money. And so
in terms of the rotation,
we got to get better at that.
In terms of the rotation, was that just we were comfortable with that group and they were going well, or is that just how that worked out? The 6 guys.
That's how it played.
Right.
Yeah.
But it does seem like you've, I mean, you cut back on the rotation now, and you've got it down to
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be names.
Hmm?
That's true, but I don't think it'll be names. Whatever names they are, they might be different names next game or 2 games from now or a week. That's my guess. Could be wrong, but that's my guess.
Depending on the competition or just how it's
Well,
on
that's a
that
good
day?
question. Sometimes it has with matchups. Well, it just kind of depends on what guys are getting done in practice and in games and opportunities. I mean, it could. I tell them everything's evaluated. Well, you know, they're shooting over there, and I'm seeing who's making shots. You know, I'm seeing who's shooting free throws or who's, you know, we got young kids. I mean, we got a lot of things. But like you're on the scout team. Well, we got guys on the scout team who've started this year. So the mature thing is get better on the scout team. At times, I think we've wasted possessions when if I got a yellow shirt on, and I'm supposed to imitate whoever on the other team, I think we waste that sometimes, and that's where we got to grow, and that's what we've addressed and talked and working toward too, because that's just wasting. You know, and we say, okay, this guy, let's say spins. Okay, that's really not that guy's thing, but okay, be a good teammate, you're going to spin, but that doesn't equate to, okay, now you can turn the ball over. I don't care what team, purple, green, yellow, whatever jersey you got on, good shot, still good shots, you know, work on your game. Or if you're on defense, work on your defense. And so I think sometimes, you know, we're going through the process.
Tim, you saw Vanderbilt kind of defend the block a lot and let y'all move on the perimeter. This team kind of came out at you a little bit. You handled the ball well against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt didn't shoot particularly well. Shot okay today and didn't handle the ball well. I mean, for you, what's the trigger going to be for y'all to kind of become more whole offensively?
Oh, I don't have a great answer for that. I mean, I honestly don't. But I think that's what makes it. I think what makes a good process, because everyone plays you a little bit different. Someone can guard ball screens as a trap, or some of them low lateral, some of them switch. The 4 men for these guys switch, and the 5 men on the don't do it. And for our guys to recognize all those reads is part of the process of that. Or some guys are playing off this guy, or they're into this guy, or they're fronting the post. Now these teams play behind the post. Some guys trap the post. Some don't. You know, and so it's always a moving. I don't know if equation is the right word, but so it's good. And again, you got guys that have it gets a little fast sometimes for them.
But it's a recognition thing. It's a big part.
Well, yeah, recognition and repetition and habit and understanding and you know, again, I said some of these guys the other day. I mean, it was, you know, we can give them a test in the locker room, and they can pass that test. Okay, here, what are we doing on this, or what are we doing on that, or what are we doing on this, and that's a good thing. But the game, you got to take it from that's like doing a history test or a math test. But you don't have an opportunity to say, okay, I don't know answer 3, so I'm going to get back to it after I answer the next 20 questions. That's not how it works in basketball. And you got the human element, you got the physical element, you got the emotional element, and you got these guys that are different pieces. And so it's just not, okay, here's the multiple choice, or here's the answer to that question. It's not like that. It's kind of, it's unique. It's unique.
Did you get?
You know, it's not a Polaroid, it's a video. And you can't, you know, we're in a world where rewind, you got no rewinds now. You got no rewinds.
Did you get or ask for an explanation on why they didn't give Crawford the free throws on there?
Did I ask? I probably did, and they just said it's before the shot. So.
Anybody else for Coach?
How would you say that was one of Manning's better games?
I thought he was pretty effective for the most part. So I mean, I don't know if it was one of his better games. I thought he played well.